Hi everybody, we're in Grammy's kitchen. We're going to do a little baking. Not a gardening video this time, a little baking video. This is a real super simple, easy dessert to make. We're going to use fresh fruit. I stopped at a farm stand and got some blueberries. And you can use just about any kind of a dish that you want. I'm going to use this pie plate here. You're going to have 4 cups of berries. You can also use little ramekins and fill them all up individually so everybody could have their own special serving. Okay, so let's start with our dish. We're going to just essentially use two dishes to mix this whole thing up. So 4 cups of berries. So I have some blueberries here. If I had more strawberries and raspberries from the garden, I would make a combination. Okay, so fills it up very nicely. We're going to use a thickening agent, and this is arrowroot. The original recipe called for cornstarch. You can use cornstarch too. It's the same thing. I'm going to get this open without spilling it all. 2 tablespoons. I'm going to sprinkle it just over the top of our berries. This would be excellent with blackberries. Probably you could use peaches and nectarines, any kind of fruit that you like. Next, we need a little bit of a sweetener, and we're going to use honey, and it calls for 2 tablespoons. I'm just not really going to measure. I'm just going to do bloop and bloop. So it's not a super sweet dessert. Let me get a spatula to mix it up. So right in the pan that we're going to bake it in, just want to mix everything up. Get those berries all coated with that arrowroot. Oh, we have an escapee back into the pot. Okay. So we don't have to worry too much about that honey all still being in one spot. When it bakes, it'll all get mixed up together. Uh-oh, 2 more escapees. They really don't want to go into the pot. Another one. There we go. So that's set. Move that right to the side. Our next bowl is for the crisp part. This is going to turn into a blueberry crisp. Originally, the recipe I used was a strawberry rhubarb crisp. Okay, so we're going to use, I like 1 heaping cup of oatmeal. This is old-fashioned. If you had quick oats, the kind that cook up real fast in a minute, that's fine. Calls for a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm going to put that in there. You've baked with Grammy before, you know 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon is never enough. Okay. A little sugar for the crisp part. We're going to use brown sugar. Don't substitute this brown sugar for white granule sugar. It really needs this. Brown sugar has molasses in it. It makes it stickier. And we're going to want this to stick all together and form kind of a crust on top of our crisp here. That's what they call crisp. Okay, 1 more ingredient in here. Get it off the stove. A little butter. 1/4 cup of butter. That's like 1/2 of a stick of butter. Roll that out. Go. Mix that all up so everything incorporates together. All those oats get doused in the butter. And make this all kind of stick together, and we put it on the top. Okay, that's looking fine. Kind of fold it over a little bit. Super simple recipe, and oh so good. Okay. All right. Now, all we have to do is put it on top, sprinkle it all over the top. Make sure it covers all of your fruit. Another ingredient that you could add into the crisp part would be nuts. Chopped up walnuts, chopped up pecans, something like that would get a bit of nice nutty flavor. Spread that all out so everything gets covered. Now, when you put this in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, make sure you put a cookie sheet underneath it. There's a lot of juice in berries, and they tend to like to bubble up and over. And that's one way of telling when it's done, is if you see it bubbling underneath. So we are set and ready to go into the 350 degree oven. It's preheated. I'm going to put a cookie sheet under it, and I will see you in 45 minutes. And we're back. And I think we're going to hear the beep of the timer. There we are. Let's see what we got. Ah, lovely blueberry crisp. I wish you could smell it. It smells really good. I'm going to let it cool a little bit, and Grandpa and I are going to have a little bit of blueberry crisp, perhaps with a dab of the ice cream on the side. So, oh my, guess what else is going to come out of the oven? Here's another one. This must be made by Coop. Look at that. It has blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries in it. There's the timer. Anyway, Grammy had a little production error here. This is actually the first one I made with the blueberries and the raspberries from my garden and the strawberries from my garden. Somehow or another, I got the camera rolling on the wrong setting, so I had to make a whole new one, and I made it with blueberries. Anyway, so Grandpa and I now have two. This might last quite a while. I think I might put one of these in the freezer. Anyway, when this cools down a little bit, we'll be back to see how it tastes. See you soon. Okay, here we are. Taste test time. Ready, Grandpa?
Yes, I am ready. This looks
All
delicious.
Right. See?
Oh, yes.
Little dab of ice cream with this. Still kind of warm, but we'll sacrifice our tongues.
And ice cream. Wow.
They look good.
Yeah, those
Those are good berries.
are very good berries and good crisp.
Yummy. So, everybody needs to try this. Very simple. The ingredients, minimal. Most everybody should have most of the ingredients in their house at hand. But certainly give it a shot. Try it with the nuts, chopped up nuts in the crisp part on top. That's really good. I wish I had some nuts I could have put it in, but anyway, this is really good.
Yeah.
We still have the other one to eat too, so Grandpa, we got a lot to do here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I think I can do it tonight.
We're only 2 scoops into the blueberry. We got a whole nother of the strawberry, blueberry, and raspberry one. I don't know. We may have to go out for more ice cream.
Well, let's see. I wonder if you could do a rhubarb one tonight too.
Well, I really think we need to finish these first. Anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed cooking with Grammy in the kitchen. And please send pictures of your fruit crisp that you make. And let us know how it turned out. And what kind of a dish did you put it in? Did you put it in the little mini ones so everybody had their own personal one? Or did you do it in a big pie plate or whatever it turned out? Anyway, but I think that I will do a lot more cooking with Grammy sections too. Of course, always the gardening ones. So keep your questions coming for that, for the gardening part. And we'll keep all these delicious, yummy things that Grammy makes in the kitchen coming right to you.
Yeah, how about PBJs and your yogurt at lunchtime?
Oh yeah, okay. I'll
And
make
have to do that
PBJs and Grammy special yogurt.
Mm.
Okay, everybody. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.